Hey folks, this is Jeff with This Super JTT. And ran across one article that caught my attention that says when you gave up dating drug dealers and athletes and finally chose the good guy with a future. Nice, the guy with a good future. But what about your past? You were dating athletes and drug dealers? Your past is not all that great yourself. But yet women love to say, oh, my past don't matter. Yes, well, time out. If you want to know how good a man's future is, don't you think he has the right to know what your past is? Because your past may have an effect on his future too. Think of it though. Like say for example, you have a tendency to go and have messed around with several men on a weekend. As a habit you have yet to break. Let's say your man decided to go out for the weekend for a business trip. He comes back early to surprise you with some champagne and flowers, and he catches you in bed with 3 guys at once. Yeah. I see stories talk about stuff like that, and I'm still shaking my head, and the man, it just gets ugly from there. He's like, I'm done. But my point is this. Before you think about saying like, okay, I'm ready for a good guy, you better really stop and really examine yourself. And don't pull this stuff like, well, I'll become a born again virgin. No, it don't work like that. No. You're not a video game. You're not some clock that you just simply dial back to zero. It don't work like that. No. For every man you got with, you try to bond with him. Believe it or not. Women secrete this, but I think it's called pair bonding. And it seems like every man you had and try to bond with and it fails, that bonding becomes weaker and weaker. In other words, you train yourself for short-term relationships. It's not going to end good. So if you do want to find a good man, if you're like between the ages of 18 to 25, you better be dating with a purpose. Don't be dating for fun. No. The only time it gets fun is when you engage the man and you're about to marry him. Then it gets fun. After the honeymoon, have all the fun you want. Not before. Because the process, the other man will ruin your opportunity. The first toxic man will ruin your opportunity because, let's face facts, ladies, the greatest gift you can give your future husband is your virginity. And that is super, super rare. I mean, I think it's less than 10% right now, and that's heartbreaking. I think about 100 years ago, it used to be like 10% or more, but still, like right now, the chances of you finding a virgin bride is less than 10%. That is sad. Why? Because we got this sexual revolution saying like, oh, do what you want, do what feels good. Yeah. Just because you can, don't mean you should. But going back to where this young lady was dating athletes and drug dealers. What make you think she should cut off ties with those men? That's another thought you got to think about. So ladies, if you want a good future with a good man, do some deep self-examination of yourself. Get some help. Seriously, get some help on every level before you come dealing with a good man. Because it's kind of funny. You would tell us in a heartbeat, you know what, you better make sure you're good before you decide to get with me. Which I get and respect, but guess what? If you want to get with a good man with a good future, you better make sure you're good. Plain and simple. Said what I said. Peace.